A new campaign statement by our future President and Vice President Claudia de la Cruz and Karina Garcia. They go on to say, our foreign policy would be solidarity, not domination and aggression. In an attempt to maintain domination in the Middle East, the Biden administration has moved closer to widen the U.S. Israeli genocidal aggression against the Palestinian people of Gaza to include Lebanon, Yemen, and Iraq. The statement goes on to say, the Pentagon directly attacked and sunk 3 Yemeni boats that were showing solidarity with Gaza by stopping ships headed to Israel via the Red Sea. On January 2nd, Israel, the Pentagon's proxy in the Middle East, used U.S.-supplied weapons to bomb Beirut. On January 4th, the U.S. bombed Iraq. These are extremely dangerous moves should they widen the conflict. It can only bring new suffering to working people in the Middle East, on top of decades of U.S. intervention. It means continuing to siphon resources from schools, healthcare, and housing to pay for bombing people abroad. And if the war widens, it will not be the children of ruling class politicians who are sent to censorship, but essentially war. Our campaign wants to stop Pentagon aggression in its tracks. The U.S. government has been at war more than it has been at peace. In fact, the foreign policy of the U.S. has been one of permanent aggression and domination. Pentagon wars of conquest and control have targeted the oil-rich and strategic Middle East with especially extreme brutality. A CIA coup overthrew the Iranian government in 1953 because it nationalized its own oil. And today, Washington sanctions that country. The U.S. invaded Lebanon twice in 1958 and 1983 to keep the government there under its thumb. Iraq was also devastated by the Pentagon twice in 1991 and 2003. And U.S. troops are still there. Today, a third of Syria, including its oil deposits and most fertile land, are under the control of the Pentagon and its allies. Over the years, the U.S. has provided the Israeli government with tens of billions in advanced weaponry and jail Palestinians. It not only gave Saudi Arabia all the weapons it needed to blockade and bomb Yemen for 7 years, but provided the bombing coordinates and refueled the planes that dropped the bombs. Millions of people in the Middle East have been, over the years, to bring billions of dollars in profits to the oil companies and the military-industrial complex. Our campaign would dismantle the Pentagon. We would use the money that goes to bombs to instead rebuild our communities at home. We would end the domination of U.S. weaponry and the straitjacket of neoliberal economics abroad that does nothing but strangle the international working class. The people of the Middle East are fighting to regain control of their countries and their national resources. They pose no threat to working people here. They should be able to control their own destinies. Our foreign policy would be one of solidarity, reparations, and peaceful cooperation. A total reversal of this imperialist legacy that would permanently change the relationship between the United States and the rest of the world. Learn more about the Claudia de la Cruz and Karina Garcia 2024 campaign on Twitter at Vote Socialist 2024. The 2024 campaign of Claudia de la Cruz for president and Karina Garcia for VP, running with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Check out the hashtag Vote Socialist 2024 and use it. And please visit votesocialist2024.com. Solidarity.